What's up, fellow Brick fans? It's DJ Bricks here, back for another video. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, tap that subscribe and notification bell so that my channel can grow and meet more LEGO fans. Today I have a LEGO Star Wars Force Awakens 2019 set. It is Duel on Starkiller Base. The set number is 75236. Is the rank building ages are 6 and up. It has 191 pieces. Retails for $19.99 USD, which results in a 10 cents per piece in the US. Now let's take a the set recreates the climactic duel at the end of Force Awakens before the duel between Rey and Kylo Ren. So let's take a closer look at the set. So for the first figure of the set, we do get Rey. And this Rey we've been getting since 2015 with the debut of the Force Awakens sets. It's still a great figure to this day. But for accessories she comes with the blue lightsaber, and she comes with a stud shooter because she blasts Kylo Ren when she comes into the fight, which is a nice inclusion on their part. But removing those, you can see we get a better look at the torso in case you haven't seen it yet. And you've been living under a rock, which is the only reason you wouldn't have seen this. Nice torso print, nice continuation on the legs. Nice back printing. This hair piece, LEGO just nailed right out of the gate. I was so impressed with them when they debuted this hair piece 4 years ago. And again, no changes to the facial expression, so we got the same double-sided face we've been getting with Rey since the very beginning. There she is, kind of angry. But I will admit that is a giant missed opportunity in this set, is to not give her a new set of facial expressions. Maybe an angry one where she's like gritting more of her teeth, and then the other one where she has her eyes closed and she's tapping into the Force. That would have really helped make this Rey figure a little bit more scene specific. But that does it for Rey. Let's move on to the other. So our next figure is Kylo Ren, and he is 100% exclusive to this set so far because he has a brand new leg print, torso print, and face print. All new prints, very scene specific. But before we get into that, let's get into his lightsaber. This is my first chance getting to talk about how LEGO chose to do Kylo Ren's lightsaber. They just remolded the hilt into a dark gunmetal gray color, and then the lightsaber blade piece itself is just stuck into the blade at the end with the little stub there, and it's molded to look like a crossguard. I know a lot of other fans are a little bit disappointed that you didn't get a specific hilt mold, but I think how LEGO chose to do it gets the idea across just fine. I mean, they could definitely improve upon it in the future, but there that is. So let's get that out of the lightsaber out of his hand. We can focus on the torso and leg print. Most of it's recreating his outfit from Force Awakens. On the bottom of the leg here, you have a frayed bit, which is to represent when Rey cuts his leg and she slices off a bit of the fabric. Up here you have his torso print, but he also has the hole from where he got shot on the abdomen from Chewie after Kylo Ren killed Han Solo. And then his facial expression, he's got a very teeth gritting facial expression. And then on the other side, he's got a scared expression, or more of a shocked expression. And he's got the fresh scar that Rey gave him when she hit his face with a lightsaber. But I will say, the scarring pattern on his face is from when they changed it in Last Jedi versus Force Awakens. In Last Jedi, they moved it a little bit over to where it is now. But he actually got it across his face, across his bridge of his nose. But so this face print really isn't accurate to Kylo Ren and his wound in that scene. But that does it for Kylo Ren, and let's move on to the build of the set. So talking about the build of the set before we get into any of the play features, the build didn't take very long. It only took me like an hour and a half to fully build this set. Went to no really complex parts except for with these trees here. Nice new part usage on these. It's new for a 2019 piece. It's kind of like a different style turntable, which allows these to turn very easily. I do like how the trees are built. They're very simplistic, but they do get the job done. I do like that they use both white and green with white pieces on it to represent all the snow. I like the part usage. Very nice shaping. Around the back, it doesn't look very good because it's not really the side of the box you're supposed to see on the back. Getting into the play features, underneath this tree there's actually a hidden spot for Rey's gun, and there's an extra stud shooter in there too, which I always like when they include extra shots there. As you saw there, if you don't really have that gun all the way down, this doesn't really close all the way. But getting into the main play feature, we do have these round turntables in the front here. And you're supposed to put Rey on one side and Kylo Ren on the other. And this is just to help represent the spinning that they do when they're clashing their lightsabers in the movie for this duel, which is very effective, I will say. And that does it for that. But these two trees on either side here, they're designed to topple over to represent the trees getting sliced down during their duel in the movie. But in order to trigger that play feature, you kind of had to angle Rey and Kylo's lightsabers so they hit the leaves, because that's the only way you're gonna get these toppled over, like so. And then yeah, they just get hit and then they're supposed to topple over, which is a very nice play feature. But I do say that having it is a nice play feature, and I think LEGO did it really well done. It helps represent it, but like I said, you kind of have to have the leaves and the lightsaber angled correctly, otherwise it's not going to trip that play feature up. Otherwise you can just use your hands too. But the other big play feature that you've kind of been seeing throughout this entire section is to represent the ground falling apart. You just have this hinged, and you have a whole bunch of red and orange and yellow pieces to represent flames up underneath. And that's my biggest issue with this set is there's no really latching mechanism right here to keep this together when you're playing with it. So if a kid's playing with it and they're trying to, they can easily split it apart like that and just ruin it. So I would have liked to have seen like a small clip style hinge right here like they do on some of the bigger hinge sets. They could have easily fit it here and it would have helped latch it better or create like some type of latching mechanism. But that does it for my look at the actual contents of the set. So let's move on to the box instructions, extra pieces, and so looking at the box for this set, we have the standard 2019 basic design for the layout of all Star Wars merchandise, just Lego-fied a bit. We have the Lego Darth Vader up in the corner. We have a nice product shot. We have the stats of the set and information. On the top of the box, we have the actual size reference with Kylo Ren sporting it there. And on the back of the box, we have all the play features of the set that I've gone over in this review. And that does it for the box. Let's move on. Alright, so looking at the instructions for Duel on Starkiller Base, as all the box art info, it has the set number, it has a picture of the set, and there is the QR code for the Lego Life app that lets you build it digitally. It has 63 pages of building. There's the advertisement for the Lego Life app along with a cross cell showing all the figures from the regular spring wave of Star Wars sets for 2019. And then there is an advertisement for the Action Battle series of sets that came out this year, along with the parts inventory. And then on the back, you have the Clockwork robot actually providing the win this time. And that does it for. So for the extra pieces for the set, we do get cheese slopes in a few different colors. We do get studs in a few different colors. Because we get a stud shooter in this set, we do get one extra red stud that is included as an extra, not including the included extra shots. We do get the trigger piece extra, and we do get a couple plates in a couple different colors. And because we do get two different lightsabers, we do get the hilt piece in dark gunmetal gray and regular silver. So that does it for the extra pieces. Let's move. So for the final verdict for Duel on Starkiller Base, we will be going with my regular set analysis for points. So first we're going to talk about the build. For the build of the set, I feel it's nice, it's sturdy. There is certainly some nice part usage, some nice parts. It helps create the scene really, really well. Though I do feel like there's a couple problems. As noted in the review, the trees kind of topple too easily or not hard enough. Like you have to hit them at certain points. I would have liked to have seen a mechanism put in there for that. Otherwise, it's kind of fun to have these move about. And the other big issue for me with this build of the set is, again, this hinge part, while necessary to complete the end sequence of their duel, again, it kind of just splits apart too easily. So for me, the build of this set is going to get a 3.5 out. Next, we're going to talk about the minifigures. Both minifigures I do feel are important to this set. both good inclusions because this is recreating the final part of Rey and Kylo's duel from Force Awakens. So both are included as necessary. But I do have issues with each figure. As noted, I wish Rey would have at least come with a new set of expressions. Like maybe gnashing teeth anger and then one closing her eyes as she's tapping into the Force. And then with Kylo Ren, it's just that his scar is printed in the wrong spot compared to where it is in the movie. So the minifigures are going to get a 1 out of 2. Next is quality control. So the only issue I have in this department is the little bit of skin that's showing on Rey's torso. It's kind of not opaque enough, and that's kind of been a consistent problem with her figure, her Force Awakens variant, since 2015. So it's just a reuse of figure, but it's still kind of there, so I have to point out. So quality gets a 1.5. And finally, we are going to talk about price and value. 191 pieces for 20 bucks. That hits the 10 cents per piece right on the money. So and I do feel you get your money's worth with 2 figures and a nice playset. You do get a full feeling of what you expect for a $20 set. So I will say it is worth full price. It may be even worth having some money off of it, but it is a great set, and definitely one I recommend, especially if you are a big fan of Force Awakens and want to have a little display of Kylo and Rey's duel from that movie. So it's going to get a 2 out of 2 for price. So all in all, Duel on Starkiller Base gets an 8 out of 10 points for me. I do feel like you should definitely pick this set up if you haven't gotten a chance to already. And I will keep on building more sets and editing more videos to bring you more content. But in the meantime, just comment your thoughts on this set, like this video, and subscribe and hit that bell so you know whenever I post more content. And just see you in the next video. Bye.